So, on my journey to learn to finally speak up after the age of 50, I wanted to come up with a series of steps, about 5 or 6 steps that I could put into practice, kind of in order and build on, that would kind of make it somewhat easier for me to do this. And most people will say, all of this is easy. My wife, Sammy, will often get frustrated with me and say, "Why don't you just speak up? All you gotta do is speak up." And it sounds so easy to most people, but not for me. And I think there's a lot of people like me, especially in my generation. So hopefully, this is going to help me and in turn help you guys. The first step that I came up with, I realized that my entire life I have apologized for everything. And if you're at fault, you should definitely sincerely apologize. That's the right thing to do. But I'm talking about things that aren't my fault. I often joke that I'm half Canadian, which I'm not, but because I apologize so much. So, what I decided to do was to start a journal. At the end of each day, I'd think back to the times I apologized throughout the day and whether or not it was warranted. It usually wasn't. And it really only took about 3 or 4 days of that journaling for me to start to recognize when it was happening, when it was about to happen, and not do it. Either replace it with a simple excuse me or nothing. And yeah, like I said, just a couple days of that, and I stopped journaling, and I've been doing really well with that. So it's a big win for step number one in my process. But what I wanted to do, I wrote down a couple things that I've apologized for recently. And some of you might relate to this, and some might just get a kick out of it. But here it is, things I've apologized for. Walking by someone on a sidewalk, nice wide sidewalk, plenty of room for both of us. Oh, sorry. Someone walking by me as I'm standing there. Sorry. Opening a restroom door at the same time somebody on the other side is also opening the restroom door. Sorry about that. Almost getting hit by a car in the crosswalk with a walk signal. Sorry. The waiter bringing me the wrong meal. Sorry, I didn't order this. If I say anything at all, really, which I've done, I'll just eat it. It looks fine, whatever. Bartender bringing me the wrong drink, kind of the same thing. Sorry. Walking into a wing stack. And now, for those of you who don't know what a wing stack is, at any retail establishment, they'll put these stacks throughout every aisle, of impulse buys that they want you to grab as you're walking by. I walked into a wing stack. I don't know what the product was, but I literally apologized out loud to the wing stack. Oh, sorry. So, after a couple days of journaling, I don't do that anymore. Big win.